Hi and welcome to Menstrual Cups and Cloth Pads Kenya. So I just finished doing my water war this month video for March, and I thought let me do a video about my first period after my IUD has been removed. So I've got here the two piles that I wore. So this is the last period I wore before I had my IUD removed, and this is what I wore the period that my IUD was taken out. And you can see that I have loads more long pads. I had 13 moderates and something like 13 moderates, 1 heavy, and 5 liners. And here I had, I think, 6 moderates and something like 34 liners. And that's because I was spotting for 8-9 days after my period stopped, and my period was only a day and a half, like 36 hours this period before. So it was a huge change. So when I went to the hospital to get it removed, I was wearing a liner, but I had a pad in my bag as well, just in case, because I didn't know what to expect. So I had my IUD out on the first day that my period was due. And I had no idea what was going to happen because my period has been really irregular before that, and it would be really late, and then I would have loads of spotting and blah blah blah. So I just had no idea. So I had a liner on, but because I was getting it removed, and I had been looking online for information about what happens, and some people say you get immediate bleeding, some were like you don't get. I mean, I remember one lady didn't have any periods for 7 months, although maybe she didn't have any periods at all. During my IUD, when I had my IUD in, I always had a period, but it became more lighter and lighter and more irregular in terms of the length of the flow, and then I had loads of spotting. So it was just topsy-turvy. So the day I had my IUD removed was a Saturday, and I had a bit of spotting straight after, well into the evening and the following day. But then on the Monday, there was nothing. So the Sunday night, there was nothing. Monday, there was nothing. So I was thinking, oh, all right, false alarm, it's not starting. So Tuesday got me completely off guard, and I was wearing this little 8-inch moderate, and it was completely soaked. I started feeling really strong cramps, and I am not somebody who's normally gets cramps anyway. And when I was out and about, I started feeling these cramps, and I was like, oh my God. And at one point, I remember I was in the supermarket and I was a bit hunched over, like when I was paying at the till, I was just feeling super crampy. When I got home, and I wasn't feeling anything like gushing or anything, so I didn't even know my period had started. When I got home, this little pad was, where is it? Completely saturated. It had even leaked. It hadn't leaked like through, but it had like come over the sides and over the back. And you know, I had to change immediately. So then the next one I wore was, where is it? If you see my What I Wore This Month video, you will see the order that I put it in. But I wore this other guy here, and this is Zorb. So super absorbent, but prone to compression leaks. And so actually was this first pad, Zorb as well. It was coming so fast and so heavy. I was really worried about because this is cotton, whether it was going to absorb fast enough. And really, really fast and heavy. So within sort of 30 minutes to an hour, I went to change it out because I was just concerned. And actually, it had leaked through the back, and it had come through somewhere here, and it had gone into my underwear as well. So that was just, for me, that's crazy. I don't have periods like that. I've never had periods like that. So that was really quite a bit. Now, the doctor did say, because I have fibroids, that it's possible that I might have heavier bleeding after the IUD, but I wasn't expecting it to be immediate. And you don't really find a lot of information online about what your periods are like after your IUD comes out. I know that in general, they tend to settle after a few months, but not straight away. I didn't know what I was going to expect straight away. So then I had that, and then it kind of petered out, and it was just really light spotting so that was Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, no bleeding at night, completely nothing, like 1 or 2 spots, but really tiny pinpricks. And then that's it. No spotting afterwards. My last period, I had so much spotting, and it was that dark, like, end of period blood. And some days it was a lot, some days it was a little. So I had no idea what I was going to get. With this one, my period finished, I thought, surely it's going to be some spotting. So I did wear liners for a few days afterwards, but there was absolutely nothing. They was clean, spotless. There was nothing at all. And the spotting hasn't started yet. So Yeah, really inconsistent. I'm hoping that it evens out during the course of the next few months, but I'm going to just do a little sort of video diary of the next few months after my IUD has been removed and see how my period evens out. Hopefully, evens out over the course, and hopefully, it doesn't become like crazy heavy because of the fibroids. Thank you for watching.